Hi guys, my name is Diana, and today we're going to be exploring the Tidy Tuesday data set, specifically the 2026 Winter Olympics. And brief overview of this data set, it um includes things such as like scheduling information, like when was the event held, when did it end? For the different type of winter sports. And apparently it also has like venues, details as well. Um, so I'm gonna now load the data set and take a look at it. So we have the name of the sport, the date. I'm assuming the date that the competitions were held, the code, descriptions of the event. Yeah, so we have local time, we have universal time, we have whether the event was whether it was awarded a medal or not, and whether it was in training or not. Then we had the venue codes, names, location codes, session codes, the day of the week, and then the start and end time in general without the dates. So the question that I'm going to be looking at is I want to see how long events took within the different sports. So I want to use start and end time. I don't really want to mess with dates. I kind of want to see like in general how long was it across the different sports. And also I want to add whether the event was awarded a medal, it wasn't awarded a medal, and I want to see if there's a relationship between if events that were awarded medals were longer or shorter than those that were not, and how does that differ across the different sports. So what I need to do is I need to create a new variable, the total time. So I need to subtract end time by start time. So let me give it that. So if I make a new pipeline here, and I use a mutate function to make a new variable. I can do total time is going to be the name, and then I can do like end time minus start time. And I can see what that gives me first before doing anything else. Okay, could open it. Okay, so it gives it to us in seconds. I don't want it in seconds. I want it in minutes because I think that's easier to read. So can we divide this by actually 60? Did that do anything? Oh, wait. I need to do on the outside, don't I? Okay, there you go. So I divided that by 60, but I still have, I don't want the seconds. Okay, what if I also, um, do something with like, what if I get rid of the string, like string unscroll remove? Um, what was it again? What did it say? Sex? I meant seconds. My bad. Okay, great. But I want it as numeric, so let me put, I don't, so, okay. Okay, great. So now that I have it in minutes, okay, I have it in minutes now. Um, Let me see how that would look on my plot actually if I just like X. I mean like when my name schedule is on you, and then I want my X to be total time, and I want my Y to be the sport name. Um, anyway, discipline underscore name. Yes, okay. And let me try a box plot to see if that shows anything. Let me open a bigger screen. Not that screen. There you go. Okay. I think maybe if I add the points, it would also make it, you can also see, because I think a lot of the points overlap as well. Yeah, a lot of them overlap. So what if I add um like a bee swarm to it to seed points? See what that would look like. Is there a package for that? Maybe there is. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. Let me like maybe like bee swarms anyway. Honestly, let me try to see what it's like. Oh, bee swarms. Okay, there you go. I got one. Oh, that does not look the way that I want it to at all. Okay, I forgot to, I want to fill by if the medal is an event or not. Okay, so that gives me something. It looks a bit better. What if I add the beast one with it again? Because I want to see, like, not like all the points, but also like a brief overview of individual points in the background. Because I know a lot of points overlap, and I feel like that can be a little bit misleading when looking at the plots. Still gives me that. Mm. Wait, what is it? Is it factor? Is it like what is factor? Let me see. Equals oh okay. I don't think it's factor. Maybe it's because I don't think it's not a factor. What if I try to get 0.something? Maybe that will like make it legit on. Okay, that's more what I want it to be, but this is gonna randomize it. I don't really think that's gonna be a bit accurate, but I feel like Beast Swarm is gonna like just overlap the points and make them look like straight lines. Um, I know this is like randomized, like the points, if you can let me kind of like move this over to the side. The points like aren't as accurate, but maybe if I set a seed, I could do that. So let me set a seed. Um, what's today? 14/02/2026. Okay, now it's gonna just have it in the same place. But it would be better if this was behind the plot instead of in front of it. Okay, there you go. Maybe also make the points a little bit lighter by using alpha. What if I do? Oh, okay, that looks a bit better. Um, I want to reorder this. So I think we should reorder it by its what has the highest mean. So by highest to lowest mean. So I can do that in mutate. So if I do mean underscore time, mean, and I want to get the mean of the total time. Okay, let's see what that does. Okay, so it gives us the mean time. Oh, okay. No, I just made a mistake. I need to group it. That's what I need to do. So I think I should just make, um, maybe I should make a new data frame for this. Schedule underscore new pipeline, and then I do group by discipline name because I want to get the mean value based on the different sports. So discipline name, and then we can do this within a mutate function because we want to add a new variable. We don't just want to summarize it. So let's do that. And let's put this into, let's just call it number two. Okay, so what do we have here? Okay, that looks more accurate for the different disciplines. What do we reorder this actually from highest to lowest? So we can do arrange and then read underscore time. Oh, forgot to put the descending. Okay, there you go. So we know the highest has to be calling. What is the second highest besides calling? Hmm. Ice hockey, upper ski. Okay. What if I have to, so okay, so I have to turn into a factor, but I want to reorder it. So what if I do it within DG yeah. So if I do it within GG plot, it will factory order it locally within the plot. It's not gonna mess with the data frame. So I want to factory order it by discipline name, and I want it to be ordered by the mean time and descending equals true. So let's see what that does. Hmm. Oh, okay. I see my wait. I'm not sure why it's giving me that. Meantime, that. Oh, okay, because I'm using the old data frame. Let me use now. There we go. Oh, wait. Okay, so this is going from lowest mean to highest mean, but we went from highest mean to lowest mean. So let's change that to false instead. There we go. Okay. So now we can do some settings. So I want to change the name title. So title. So relationship between total equals total time minutes. I'm sorry, minutes relationship total time minutes and medal event no medal event across the different across all 26 Winter Olympic sports. And that's gonna be total time minutes and then y equals sport name. See what that gives us. Okay, that was awesome. Kind of see that. Okay. Okay. Let's make that. Let's change the legend. So we do fail equals medal event. Okay. Now we have that. Um. We should probably also change the colors as well. Um, maybe, yeah, let me just change the colors first, actually. So we can do scale underscore fill underscore manual and um values equals true can equal blue. Wait, this one using true can equal like green. False can equal something like red. Oops, like that. Okay, let me do this real quick. Those are not pretty colors. What if we dark green and dark red? Okay, that looks a little bit better. I like the way I like that. Okay, so I think the legend will maybe look better at the top, so we can change the position of the legend. We can do theme, and then legend dot position equals top. Okay, I think that looks a lot better now. We can also change the I kind of want to do theme black and white. Um, I like the way that looks. Let me see how theme underscore memo looks like. I like that one. I like the black border, and I feel like this can we can also see little points. Just like that border, it helps you see the points more easily, in my opinion. I also want to change. I kind of want to change the breaks with this, so we can do scale underscore x underscore continuous, and we can do maybe like I'm fine with the limits, but I just want to change the breaks. So maybe we can do like breaks equals we can do it from 0 to what was it up till 250, maybe to like 260 by equals 20. Okay. I feel like a lot of the points are very crowded and jumbled up. From seems like from 10 to 60, and then once it gets higher, it's kind of more spread out. So I think this is easier to see than the other ones. Okay. I think this is easier to see. Okay, but I need to put this in my legends. I changed the scale after I said that. So let me put that above here actually. Okay. Hmm. Not sure what's doing that. Maybe because I'm changing this. Oh, okay. That's not. So I just put the change the game before I changed the position. There we go. Okay. That looks more like something. Okay. I realize I'm going to need this four names right here, so I think we just give it a fast time relevant. Okay. So, oh, now I added this. I'll just put that. Just put it as another one in. There we go. Okay. Okay. So based on what we have so far within this plot, we can see that the sports coming from Lodge all the way down to short track speed skating, they tend to be shorter in time compared to sports like curling, excuse me, excuse me, and ice hockey. And we can also see that the more popular sports like figure skating, actually, I wonder, now that I'm looking at it, I wonder why ice hockey um does not have a box plot around it. Let me look at its mean actually. What was ice hockey at? Okay. Its mean should be like 150. Look at his event. You know what? That's weird. The event's all frost. Huh. Figure skating has one. Okay, same thing for outfit skating. Okay, just maybe it's really small, maybe it's the spacing. Let me give it a steam. Let me change. Okay. Wait, I'm looking at it, but based on what we have, we can see that a lot of sports from large to short track speed skating tend to have events that are shorter in time. And we can also see that most of the events or events that do not award medals, so we can from that we can tell more that some of those most of those events will and they have more events in training whereas competitions. But if we look at ski mountaineering, we can see that they have more competitions than in training events because they awarded medals. But if we go as a sport, popular sport like figure skating, we can see that a lot of the events were in training, and they average between, I'll say 50, around 50 all the way up to 210. And we can also see that it definitely has some outliers within these events. So that were up to almost about a little over 250 minutes. And we can see that cross country skiing has a lot of outliers um above 100 minutes. Um and we can see that curling has about it looks about the same. I think it's just a slight if we look in. It's just a slight difference, but in general, I believe that there was not really a particular relationship seen across all the sports based on if the event was awarded a medal or if it wasn't awarded a medal, and based on if an event took longer or not longer, particularly because for some sports, there were more events that didn't award medals, whereas the other sports there were more events that did award medals. But what we can conclude is we can see that majority of the events were on the shorter end. Um, and I guess fi figure skating is it's a popular sport. So I don't want to assume anything, but I'm assuming it takes a lot more training and practice, so that could also be a reason. I can see now why it doesn't have a box plot. So I'm assuming that it doesn't have a box plot because a lot of the points overlap, so they'll around the same time, and since they're around the same time, even with its mean. that makes like there not be a box plot at all because if we see calling, it seems that like the times where either took 120 mi the events either took 120 minutes or 160 180 minutes. That's why it looks spanned out, but there's really no points behind this because all the points overlap at 120 minutes or 180 minutes. But for ice hockey, all the points overlap at 150 minutes. And that's why there's no box plot created. And we can assume the same thing for alpine ski, and that's why we don't have a box plot um for events that did not have a medal for alpine skiing.